Good morning, lovely people. Happy Sunday. This is what the weather looks like today. We have a lot of wind and rain, but also some sunshine. And it's definitely getting towards autumn here. It's not the super hot sunny weather anymore. It's actually the part of summer I like best, when it almost is autumn. It's like still warm, sunny, lovely air, like this late summer smell. I know this is so weird to say, but there's a specific smell in the air, and it's just on the verge to be autumn, and then have way cooler mornings and fog and everything. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by the outlook of autumn being here soon, which is my favorite season. If you're new to the channel and didn't know, there it is. Anyway, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm having ideas for a bit of a different kind of I don't take you with me cooking too often. So yes, you've been with me in the kitchen making ice cream, or on the 1 week that I just filmed time-lapsed high-speed the whole week. You were with me in the kitchen obviously as well, but here's the thing, why I chose to take you with me today. There is a difference for me between cooking and preparing food. So it's probably, in German it works actually better. So for all the Germans out there, es gibt einen Unterschied zwischen Kochen und Essen machen. You know? So cooking is slow, no haste, experimenting with ingredients, getting them for a specific meal, preparing them without hurry, with well, having fun with it, enjoying that time, calming down, all of the things that you associate with those, you know, Hollywood cliche, we're gonna cook on Sunday kind of a things, you know? There is something to it. It's very calming to me and very, I almost want to say raw, to cook and to enjoy ingredients and put them together in a certain way, and then pretty much the climax is to have the food on the table and eat. So usually I do that with dinners. I'm a dinner person. I'm not a breakfast or lunch person. I can skip those two, no problem at all. I just need something to drink, like coffee, tea, water, iced tea, homemade that is. Or yeah, I need dinner, you know? So I like to have these elaborate cooking sessions, not every day. I cannot handle that because my day also just has 24 hours, but once in a while I really like that. And I do like it more with autumn and winter food, because there you have longer cooking times. There easily a stew takes 4 hours to cook. I don't mind. I'm in the kitchen for 4 hours and I'm enjoying it. That's not work for me. That's not housework. That's not a hassle. That's enjoyment. However, in comparison to that, there's like making food or preparing food, which is during the week when you need something cooked in 20 minutes. That is making dinner. That is not cooking to me. That is just slapping, I don't know, a piece of fish into the pan, let it roast, have a few roasted broccoli roses with it, ta-da. But that's not cooking to me. Cooking is elaborate. And today it's Sunday and it's game night, which means I can cook for more than 2 people. And with very many food recipes, I do actually prefer that because they cook better in bigger quantities. And I keep those recipes for the Sundays because then I can cook for the folks and they come over to play. Anyway, that was a long prologue, right? So the recipe I'm gonna make today is this one here. It's a squash or a butternut squash filled with minced meat and carrots. So there's two issues there, and that is also why I like cooking. You can change up recipes to your preference or to your needs. For one, preference is I do prefer Hokkaido pumpkin over butternut squash. I do like butternut squash, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer the almost potato kind of a feel that you get from like mashed potatoes if you don't add any milk or something. I do prefer that feeling of the Hokkaido over the, well, very smooth, more liquidy kind of a feel of a butternut squash. Even if you roast both in the oven, doesn't matter. It's just the Hokkaido is a bit more dry and I like it a bit more. Hence, I changed up this recipe to have Hokkaido and not butternut squash. Another thing is, and I have Tina's permission to share, she's battling morbus Crohn, which sucks big time. It's like, no, it's just horrible, you know? And if you don't know about morbus Crohn, just check on the internet. That's lots of pages that tell you what it is. But she's battling with it, and a couple of weeks ago, I almost want to say almost 2 months ago, I stumbled across something on the internet that could maybe help her be in remission longer, or maybe not have as many cramps and other not funny effects of that disease. So there's of course a lot to diet, what you put into your body, how it works, and I'm really interested in that, how different kinds of things play together. It's not only the taste and the cooking, but I'm a foodie to the point that I'm very interested what certain things do. Now you can use them to your benefit. I'm not religious about that, so I'm not saying everybody or every day you have to eat blah 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 to be healthy. That's not the point. You still have to enjoy it, but any time something is a must, something is kind of like dogma, you take the fun out of it and you take enjoyment out of it very many times, and then, well, you fall off the wagon. Not my kind of thing. So I just am interested in how it might play to your benefit, or what couldn't hurt, you know, or what definitely not to put in your body. And I'm very much anti-processed food. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, well, pickle and like have preserves added in, like homemade preservation of any kind of food, but I'm not very happy about industry preparations, all of those, well, chemicals and funny things that we put into our bodies, and we sometimes don't even know long term what they do. I'm also very anti that because I'm allergic to most of those, which sucks big way. And well, for the longest time it didn't make me enjoy food a lot. It was meh. So I found a way around it, and the thing that I found for Tina was that certain foods do act inflammatory, and some don't. So we have been reading and looking through books and different kinds of sources, and have been looking at what type of Crohn she is. There's two major type and one in the middle. She's the one in the middle, which is easiest for me to cook when she's here, because starting today we are also well, she's been transitioning slowly into the newer recipes. I gave her like a stack of recipes to try, and I changed the recipes that are very yummy to her needs and still have the food fit together. So today I will change 2 portions of the pumpkin to be for her need. So I'm gonna share 1 pumpkin with her, and we will have chicken in there instead of moo. What's it called? I'm lacking on the brain. I need my coffee. It's standing there. I need to drink it. Instead of beef. Beef is the word. So instead of beef for the minced meat, her and I, we're gonna have chicken. And I could have just prepped the food for her and the rest of us eat the normal recipe, but especially for the beginning, I wanna eat the same thing as her and see where I could tweak recipes that maybe be a bit more interesting for her, so that there's enough sensation, not just bland taste on the tongue. And I want to see where I could tweak it for her if it needs tweaking, so I'm eating the same combination as her just to taste the same thing. You get me? You're smart people. Oh, why am I over explaining? Anyway, so I'm gonna get cooking now. It's almost, I think it's almost 3 p.m. Is it? It's 2:30, so I got some time to sip a tiny coffee. And this recipe, all in all, takes about 80 minutes. Now, I will have dinner ready for 5, which means I have to have things in the oven by 4:15, because it takes 45 minutes to bake. And the filling has to cool down a bit before I can put it into the pumpkin and have it ready to be put into the oven. So what I like to do is, and I like to take my time cutting things and everything. I have to make the minced meat with the chicken on my own, because you cannot get it in the supermarket here easily. There are some that you can get it at, but I do have a food processor, so I'm just gonna make my own minced meat. It's like, yay! So I just planned like, yeah, 2.5 hours to cut things up, cook them, have things be cooled down a bit, put it into the pumpkins, and then have the pumpkins in the oven. I'm also going to use thyme from my balcony, and that is what I'm going to take you with me now. And we start with, because we need some thyme, and thyme is anti-inflammatory, so she can eat it. It's on her list for herbs that she can definitely have regularly in her diet, so there shouldn't be a problem there. She also didn't react so far, at least. Well, we've been testing some things beforehand. So there we go. Like I said, it has been raining, so the thyme is, oh, it smells lovely. But I was searching around the pot of thyme, because I didn't want to take the ones that have blossoms on top still. But I wanted, oh, it's super fresh air. We're gonna let some air in. But I wanted to have the ones that have no blossoms here. So this is the thyme that I'm gonna take to cook. I'm gonna close the door, otherwise my hubby will think I'm gonna talk to him when I talk to you. And also the whole house will smell like cooking, and I only like that to a certain degree. So I'm gonna, where am I gonna put you? Hi there, happy Wednesday. So, it's late, it's warm, the wind machine is running and, well, makes this only looking shitty to a certain degree. Let me see, where did I leave off? I've been cooking on Sunday, and I took you with me to the kitchen, and I've been talking to you there. Oh, there, yeah, I remember. So I should have maybe watched the clips back before recording this one. Anyway, I'm gonna learn one day. Yeah, whatever. Monday I've been painting, and one of the paintings was definitely what's it called? Inspired by the cooking session on Sunday. By the way, the food was yummy, yum 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 yum. Was really good. Also, the change up for the Crohn working kind of a food worked well. It just lacked a tiny bit of oomph, so I would just add a tiny bit of nutmeg, which Tina could eat, and then you got back the oomph that you would have from the tomato puree and the chili in the normal recipe. So yeah, it just worked fine. Tina liked it, I liked it, so I'm definitely gonna cook it again that way. And working or cooking with thyme, it inspired next week's Tiny Tuesday. I'm not gonna take away or tease too much what's gonna come. Just remember when you watch the Tiny Tuesday 74, I think it is, that it relates back to the cooking session on Sunday that is in this vlog. So yeah, that happened. I also made a new Friday painting. I made a very special art journal thing. It's actually not in my book. I'm just looking at it. And yeah, so I think for next week I do have a bit more interesting paintings, or something that is not in a serious like that. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, Palettentrickbilder are, but then I spread them out so much, and they're so different usually that I wouldn't call them as serious. It's just a subcategory on the acrylic paintings, I'd say. So yeah, next week's videos, I'm actually pretty happy with them, since, well, I don't want to say I was in a funk with the paintings, but I was kind of bored with myself, which is not a good thing, especially for the Friday paintings. I just didn't feel inspired. Maybe that is because I did finish the Beyond the Lines and started the coloring countdown to Christmas, that my creativity went there instead of the Friday paintings. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but I felt, though I really like the stories and the way that I work with the fairy tales, but not having any other idea but the stories coming back to that week after week after week is kind of weird for me, even for me, that I like to work in serious or in serial order with the topic still there. It was kind of nah. It wasn't perfect. It didn't feel inspired and good.
each story did, but not that I wasn't inspired by anything else to have a painting be completed. That is not in the fairy tale book. Anyway, it just worked well, way better this week. And I'm very happy with the things that came out of my mind that you will see next week. I'm also very happy because we're almost done with Draw for Initiative for this year. So Tina has to finish, let me look, one painting. And including that particular painting, we have to voice over and record intros for 3 more videos, and then we're done for this year and can work on getting a buffer for next year. And that's not too shitty. We're pretty much in schedule. Tuesday we voiced over and recorded intros for 4 videos, which is unheard of in one day. And I'm very happy about that. It just felt like progress. It's like, oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point that I do have my yearly vacation that I like to have, which is November, December, where I do not have the art videos, but have something produced in advance that you can see, and me in the background closing business, like closing the year, getting everything stored away the way it's supposed to be. Like all the videos, they have to go on storage. And that's, believe me, that's about 1 terabyte or 1.5 terabytes of data, just the videos, not talking about photos or any other thing, just the videos, having them stored for the particular year. It just takes some time, and I like to do that while not having a running business like every day, but having a bit more time that is not taken away by the YouTube schedules, you know? As much as I like them, as much as they keep me on schedule and in line and focused and inspired, I like to do that kind of a stuff, like closing the business for the year and ending anything, getting all the records be separated between 2016, 2017. I like to do that when I'm not having like my usual routine. I like to have a bit more downtime. Also, I was told again, and I actually like that at the end of the year to have a vacation. I want to wind down. I want to review things in my business. I want to maybe come up with ideas for next year. You probably, if you saw the Tuesday video, you saw that I'm gonna end Tiny Tuesday this year, so I'm only gonna have that show running until end of 2016. So it's actually end of October or first it's the end of October, early November. It's like I would have to count. It's, I think, the Wednesday after Halloween that the last episode goes out, and then I'm gonna end or finish that show and have an empty spot until I have figured out how I want to make the new idea happen. There's very, very broad strokes on the idea. Like, I'm still in brainstorming mode. I'm not having anything pinned down yet. I just, or maybe I have the main subject, the main theme being pinned down, but all the rest, that's not even close to, okay, how could I achieve that? How do I want to do that? How can I make it interesting and enjoyable to watch for you? How can I do that timing wise? Blah blah blah. All those things, they're not pinned down, and unless I have that, I'm not going to start recording episodes. So I'm willing to take my time with that, and if that means that I'm gonna have no videos on Tuesday in 2017 for a couple of months, that's fine with me as well. I don't want to put anything out that is not thought through, or that I don't feel comfortable with in this stage that I'm in. So it's just these kind of things that I want to take care of, and just sit with my cup of coffee for a couple of hours and think without having deadlines, pressure, interruptions, and just letting my mind wander, because usually then I'm having the best ideas on how to realize a thought or a project in a timely and quite effective way. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm very happy that I'm getting there with my daily business. I'm not like totally on point with my schedule with the coloring countdown to Christmas, but maybe by the end of the week I am. It's always like beginning of September is very disruptive on my routine or on my schedule, because from the 3rd to the 6th of September we have birthdays in the family, so everybody comes together at one point and celebrates and blah, and it's just disrupting my routine. And with having the advent calendar or countdown to Christmas kind of a project on top to my usual regular things, that's not helping in the sense of I need to decide, okay, how many hours can I be at the parties and still get my business done, so that I can go to Spiel, that I can leave for BGGCon in November and have everything done and not be stressed out and have the last videos be scheduled in like December. That's not what I want to have. I want to have everything done by end of October, and I don't want to have any scheduling things going on in November. I just want to have the taco clocks and the gamers couches for the weeks, and otherwise not be on any kind of a YouTube schedule. So that's been kind of hard so far, because it's like, oh, I've got 15 videos to go, and how am I? It's already September, and how am I going to do that? That kind of a feel, which is very stressful, and it makes me grumpy once in a while. But I just remember that even with the shittiest disruptive things, I usually manage. So I'm just in those moments, I'm just actively remembering 2014, when I had the most disruptive time of putting an advent calendar together, and it was just 24 videos, and I still managed. Yes, I got 10 videos more this time around, but I'm okay with the timing, I think. Still, it feels, I'm so slow, I'm not even closely done, and blah. I wanted to go to the coloring books that I got and that I showed you, and I cannot before I do not have the other coloring countdown to Christmas done, because that actually makes me work longer hours to get the videos done, because I so badly want to color in the other books. Speaking of coloring books, one thing that got delivered today, and that I decided to buy, though I do have enough of the coloring books to last me for at least 1.5 years, I think, is, like I said, we're flying to BGGCon in November. So I was thinking, okay, we're gonna have quite the long flights. It's, if I remember correctly, the second leg from London to Dallas is 6 hours or 7 hours. I don't know, but it's long. It's a long flight across the pond, Um, let me think. So we fly 1 hour from Düsseldorf to London. And then, well, from Düsseldorf to Boston or New York, it's 7 hours flight time. We have 1 hour less, so that would be 6 hours for the long leg. But Dallas is more west than Boston, so I'd say, yeah, 7 hours is the long leg of the flight. So what can you do? Well, you can read if you want to take books with you, but yeah, maybe. I'm more of the audiobook kind of a person. What can you do with your hands while you listen to an audiobook? You can color. At that, we have a table, on the plane, and then we can color. And even, well, there are small tables, we fly economy. So I was thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to take a coloring book with me and the super cheap pencils, like, hold on, like not the polychromos or any other super awesome pencils, but can you, these here, which is my collection of wax-based super cheap pencils. Yes, they're Faber-Castell too, like these one, for example. But for the Germans, you might know Herlitz, which is like a grocery store kind of a brand that you use in school. They're not highly pigmented, they're not super quality, but they do their job, especially if you have a bit of tooth in your paper. And I decided, okay, I can put those in a pouch and travel with them easily, have them in my purse, in my handbag, no problem. I just need to find a good coloring book that, for one, would work if I don't want to use the table on the plane, but like if the person in front of me is declining his or her seat, it's a bit difficult to then use the table with the angle, and then color, it's a hassle. So these soft books here, having them on your lap all the time and then color maybe tinier parts, I know that I'm going to be stressed out then. It's not going to be easy. It's way easier if, for example, you have a hardcover book. So I was looking around to see if there's any hardcover books that are coloring books, and yes, there are. Thank you, Sweden and Swedish publishers, for doing that. You pretty much saved my life there, and not only mine, but Tina's as well, for that flight. So I bought a book called Daydreams. It's very popular in the coloring book community. It's really lovely. It's like, and you hear it's hardcover, and it's pretty solid big. I think it's 96 pages of things to color, and it ranges from birds to plants to funny things to faces. It's really lovely. There's like lots of flip throughs of this book on YouTube in case you're interested. And the artist Hannah Carlson published 2 books or 3. I think one is Postcards, the Winter Dreams or something. Then there's Summer Night Dreams, and I've got fucking flies in my studio, sorry. Summer Night Dreams, and then Daydreams. And so I bought Daydreams because I just preferred what was on the pages from the Summer Night Dreams. I might buy it at one point, but I have no plans to buy it in the nearer future. But I thought, okay, I'm going to take this book with me. I'm going to take those pencils with me. Tina can color with me in that book. We will sit together in like one row. So depending on how much space we have, she can color one page, I can color the other simultaneously, or she will take one of her coloring books, and we switch back and forth for at least the long leg of the flight to just, well, do something artistic without having so many supplies with me. I will still take my sketchbook and then some ink marker or something. So one can do the one thing and the other can do the other thing. Or like I said, we can actually color a page together. So I was not only looking for a hardcover, but also for a style of pages that I would like and that Tina would like. And she actually claimed the page already, and I love that. It's super cool, which is, oh, this is so cool. Thank you for thinking about that. She claimed this page here with a unicorn. She's gonna color that. And so I'm not having any restrictions of not coloring anything in this book until we go to BGGCon, because, well, that's another 2 months. Can't believe it's 8 weeks only until we go. Time flies. Unbelievable. But yeah, she will have the unicorn. That's her page. And maybe if she likes, because I know she likes foxes, she could do this fox page here as well. But anyway, I was thinking about that, and I was very happy that I got the book delivered today. So yay, daydreams. I really like this one. And again, it also inspired, or it just urges me to finish the coloring countdown to Christmas, to get that done. So I hope in 2 weeks' time I'm gonna have all the videos recorded, and then only go to further on edit and voiceover and upload and schedule all of the videos. So I'm done by the end of October. That's my goal. I want to have everything done by end of October. So yeah, one thing that I'm gonna do now is color in the tiny mushroom on the first page here. Well, not the first page, meaning this book's belong to. And by the way, didn't get the Swedish version, but the American printed version. That's why you got the English here. I'm not gonna color this page, but I'm gonna try out the mushroom with, like I said, my skin is awful, sorry. My not so super high quality student school kind of a pencils, and I'm gonna let you watch along and have it time lapsed. And yeah, tomorrow, like I said, we're gonna have another round of recording Draw for Initiative videos, well, voiceovers and stuff. And Friday is just recording Gamer's Couch, because on Saturday we're at the birthday party of my mom, so I cannot record there. But we have to record Magic the Gathering Planeswalker, the board game. We're gonna talk about that on Friday. And yeah, I'm just gonna put you down onto the other level here, and you can watch while I color this tiny mushroom. That should be rather quick. Et voila! There you have it. The paper handles wax-based pencil really well. See, it's a tiny bit of losing ink, so I gotta have a paper in between the pages when I color and have multiple layers, like I did with this tiny mushroom here. But yeah, it handles the colored pencil and the, like, you can see the wax bloom. Can you see it? Yeah, a tiny bit. Can see the wax bloom there. So it's, as you saw, it's quite a couple of layers, and it handles this stuff really well. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna call it a day, I think. See you.
Hello folks, happy Friday. Last day of the vlog, the super long vlog. I'm gonna very quickly just wrap up the video and have the rest of footage probably in the next vlog because this is super long. I'm sorry about that, but it's just, like I said, when I started this series, it's behind the scenes, it's thoughts, it's showing you unfiltered what's going on behind the scenes in the studio. And that involves thought and, well, processing things and maybe sometimes struggling with schedules. So I did not cut anything there. I just left the whole rambling clip unedited for you to see. Anyway, we're getting ready to record Gamers Couch. I have to get my hair dry. Sorry for not looking pretty and pristine yet. I will later in the Gamers Couch video. I'm very sure about that. But it's pretty warm still, so we wait for the living room where we record the video to cool down a bit before we record. Otherwise, we're melting while recording. But yeah, that's the plan for today, and finishing Taco Clock, getting that ready and uploaded and on the road to the interwebs. So far, well, yesterday, very quickly, just to tell you, yesterday Tina finished her last painting for Draw for Initiative. We just have to voice it over and record the intro next Tuesday, and then I can do all the editing part and scheduling and stuff that has to happen before publishing. But she doesn't have to be in the studio. Tina can go home or do other things, and that is what I can do in the background no matter what time of day it is, pretty much. But yeah, that was a big, huge step there to just have all of the paintings done for this year. This is huge. I didn't, or I'm not on schedule with coloring Countdown to Christmas yet. I did record 3 videos, but there's 2 more that I would have to record before being on schedule for this week. But I'm probably not gonna have time for that. So today it's just Gamers Couch, recording, editing. That will take me until forever. Tomorrow I got a bit of housework to do, food shopping, and then getting ready for Mom's birthday party. And Sunday we have our gaming group over. So after that, I'm already painting stuff for next week. So I guess I'm not gonna be able to be on schedule with the coloring Countdown to Christmas this week, but maybe next week, maybe I got a chance there. Wish me luck. You will find out in the vlog next week. I'm very quickly gonna say goodbye now, and I will see you tomorrow on the Gamers Couch, and I will see you next week with new art videos. I hope you enjoyed watching along. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Again, sorry for the long ramble, but once in a while I just, well, talk to you and ramble. That's part of a creator subscriber friendship as well, right? Anyway, have a good weekend, enjoy, do all the good YouTube stuff like share, subscribe, and do something fun this weekend, folks. Maybe you got time to create something, or color, or paint, or woodwork, or knit or crochet, or cook, or make something with your hands that is enjoyable, and enjoy your time doing that. That's most important. Have fun, everybody. Bye-bye.